Are you someone that wants to lose weight, wants to eat better, but has no idea where to start? Do you get to the supermarket and become totally overwhelmed? In today's video, I'm going to go over breakfast, lunch, and dinner options here in the market. We're just gonna pull things off the shelf and show you some ideas that'll not only make yummy, quick meals, but will also help you lose weight. Please give us a thumbs up and click subscribe to see more videos in the future. So for breakfast, smoothies are of course my #1 option. When I buy bananas, I buy them by the dozens, and I get them in all phases of ripeness, so that way I have a pipeline going. So I'll buy super ripe green, and I'll also buy yellow. When I notice them turning, I just peel them and stick them in a Ziploc bag and in the freezer for smoothies. I'm always looking for frozen fruit, but you want to be really super careful because they can hide ingredients in the product. So this has cane sugar and pectin and who knows what else, right? So this, for me, is going to probably give me some cravings later on in the day. And I want to bring that way down, cravings down. So here's some really good options. So this is just plain organic berries. Plain organic berries. These are really great options for a really quick smoothie in the morning or a dessert option after dinner. Fresh squeezed juice is a really yummy thing to have for breakfast, but not a lot of people have the time to juice a bunch of oranges. There are some options that are just purely orange juice that would be great. Not your best option, but certainly pretty good and a great second choice. You might think that buying products like this that are super easy and look kind of healthy might be a good option. But the thing is that there's so much chemicals and stabilizers in these products that in the end, they're really not doing you any favors. I'd rather see you crack a couple eggs and cook those, or have some hard-boiled eggs waiting for you in the refrigerator. I used to be obsessed with cereal. I loved cereal. The problem with cereal is that it digests very quickly and might make you crave later on. So a good option are these healthy cereals. While they're not going to catapult you to weight loss, they're a good option instead of the big commercial brands that are just loaded with sugar and colorings. Now, even though we're in the organic aisle and these are all organic, healthy cereals, you know, some are just loaded also with other kinds of refined sugars that are really going to damage your system and give you a bloated belly and have digestive issues later on. So be careful with your cereals. Those who've worked with me know that I'm super against cow's milk. But now there are some amazing options on the market that were not there when I first started my journey. So something like almond milk, hemp milk, these are great options to put in your cereal in the morning. And these creamers are pretty good for your coffee, your yerba, your tea. Now, yes, these are manufactured and these do have a lot of ingredients. So it's not something I would do daily, but they're great options. For lunch and dinner, I always do starch. Remember, I do high carb, low fat. So something like this is pretty good to have in your pantry for something quick to make. But you always want to be careful because with these rice products, there's a lot of hidden ingredients. So things like white iodized salt or MSG is really going to give you some reactions, whether it's a digestive issue or inflammation or even hunger a few hours later. So be careful with these. Something like tofu is a really good option that's really quick to make or quick to grab from the refrigerator. This is really good for lunch. So it's something that I wouldn't have every day because you don't want to have soy every single day. But if you cook some of this up and have it in the refrigerator, it's a great option. The leftovers are just perfect for lunch. You can chop it up over a salad or over some vegetables and this can last you for a few meals. For me, soups are one of the easiest things to make, and what I usually do is make huge pots of it and then separate it out and freeze it. For dinner, all I need to do is take one out and heat it up for that dinner. But when time is of the essence, some of these box soups are really good. Yet again, you want to always read the ingredients, because this is something that can have a lot of hidden ingredients in it also, and can be the source of some kind of hidden reaction, hunger, or craving. These are some pretty good options. This might be even good to have waiting for you in your desk when you're at work and you forgot lunch or didn't have time to bring your lunch that day. For lunch or dinner, a really good option is chili. It's super easy to get organic beans that have been made and make a chili out of this. All that you need to do is rinse these, put them in a big pot with some onions, tomatoes, and other vegetables, and your spices, and you got some really good chili going. For dinner, a really good thing to do is to have a salad with whatever meal you're having. The greens are super important, a good source of protein and fiber. The problem with salads is that most of us use bottled dressings, and the problem with bottled dressings is that there's a ton of hidden ingredients in these bottled dressings, like sugar, like dairy, or denatured oils. So it's much better if you just take some pure olive oil and some apple cider vinegar, mix them up and make your own dressing. You can add some sea salt, some dill or basil. You can add garlic and make it even better. Super fast and super easy. Talk about quick meals. This Beyond Beef product is pretty stellar. These are great to cook up and then have in your refrigerator. You can either reheat them for a few minutes or just eat them cold when you need a quick snack. These are a great option. So for lunch or dinner, a really good thing to do is have a vegetable side dish. So these frozen options are really a good, quick choice if you want to do a stir fry, if you want to do a soup, if you want to mash them, but always check the ingredients. So this is all from the same company, but there are choices that are going to cause inflammation. And then there are these cleaner options, right, that are just the steamed vegetable, and maybe some of them have a little bit of oil. I have potatoes for lunch and sometimes dinner just about every day. My favorite is just steamed with a little bit of sea salt. If you're going for weight loss, then greens are your best friend. I do greens, raw greens, in my smoothies at breakfast, and then at dinner, I'll almost always make up a salad. What I usually do is buy one of these big boxes. I shave carrots or cut other vegetables up that I have in the refrigerator and stick them in. So this is really great because it's super easy and super fast, and it's like a no-brainer. Don't even have to think about it. To add spice to a meal, hummus and salsa are some really great options. So salsa sprinkled on top of a baked potato or some vegetables is really super good. And hummus in a salad is just delicious. These things are going to add a ton of flavor, and they're super low calorie. So here are more options from Bragg's that I love. One is the amino acids that are a great replacement for soy sauce. This is really good to just sprinkle on some steamed vegetables. So talk about easy meal. All that you need to do is steam up some broccoli and sprinkle a little bit on. If you have some in your family that are addicted to cheese, they just can't get away from it, these are some pretty amazing options. This company makes this shredded cheese that's actually meltable. So sure, it's manufactured, but this is really good transition food, and it's really great to have in your refrigerator just ready to go. So on your entree for dinner or on a vegetable at lunch, this might be a really great option. If you're looking for a spice mix, this company is really good. Anything from Bragg's is going to help you with weight loss and digestive issues. You want to stay away from spice blends. Things that are mixes usually have stabilizers, MSG, and white iodized salt, which are just going to give you issues later on. If you're looking for a great snack, or you need something sweet after a meal, berries are a great option. They're great because they're low in sugar, high in fiber. They're going to satisfy that sweet craving, but also fill your belly up. Nut butters, for the most part, aren't doing you any favors when you're looking for weight loss. But every now and then, when you have a craving, it's almost better to go for a nut butter than go full hog binge. And what you're looking for is just the nut and some salt. Of course, I'm a big proponent of plant-based, but for those that aren't there yet, you still need a little bit of animal protein. Be careful what lunch meat to use. You want to go more towards a pure turkey breast, something like this, than an actual deli meat. Dried fruit is a secret weapon that you can use to really stave off sugar cravings. You want to make sure that it's just the fruit, so there's no preservative in it and there's no extra sugar, or in this case, chocolate. This is not the dried fruit I'm talking about, but having some dried fruit on hand is super great to toss into a salad or to use in a dessert. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of these tips and tricks and can use them to incorporate in your next grocery run. Please give us a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, mwah, ciao.